up, y'all? I was popping this deep. I tracked to this vid. This is Gabby Petito. Sorry, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. This is the timeline of her cross-country trip. And this woman's remains have been found, and they are now on the hunt for her fiance, because clearly he's guilty. But I already figured that he was guilty when I saw a story about how he returned without her and didn't want to talk to nobody about it. And it's like, bro, he clearly has done something. But yeah, let's see the timeline. I'm not too clear about this whole situation, so let's see what happened.
Gabby Petito never goes outside.
R.I.P. That's fucked up. And she was vlogging shit.
July 2nd, 2020. Exactly 1 year before a life-changing road trip would begin, Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie announced their engagement online. On Instagram, a picture of their first date. Gabby writes,
"This is why y'all need
Brian
to stop
marry
these
me,
couples
and I
goes.
said yes.
'Cause
1 day later, Brian posting, "Till death do us part. I'm so happy." The answer was yes. Then there was the van. The 22-year-old and 23-year-old purchasing a vehicle to take them across country. A white 2012 Ford Transit van. New van means new adventures. And it would all begin on July 2nd, 2021, from the hamlet of Blue Point in Suffolk County on Long Island, where Gabby and Brian were visiting her parents, celebrating her brother's high school graduation. July 4th, on the road in their new home, outfitted for camping and cooking, the couple snapped photos at Monument Rocks in Scott City, Kansas. Then to Colorado.
Wow,
2 nights at the
really
campsite at the Great
everything.
Sand Dunes National Park and Reserve with sand surfing.
This
Next
nigga
up,
is caught. Like,
Utah.
all this
After leaving Colorado
evidence he was
and
the
getting
last
stuck
person
in a
with her?
dust storm, the couple spent 3 nights in Zion National Park, hiking and pitching a picture-perfect campsite. From Zion to Cedar Breaks National Monument to Bryce Canyon National Park.
what
The couple
happened?
taking pictures and videos near the edge of the cliffs.
I love the van.
And they said this was a homicide. They didn't say like, oh, freak accident or nothing like that.
Then hiking barefoot through Canyonlands National
They
Park.
said his bald head ass
After that,
killed her.
12 days go by with no posts. Thursday, August 12th, Gabby posts photos from a trip just days before, a hike around the Delicate Arch and Arches National Park. Gabby noting she waited in a short line for someone to take their photo. Later, camping in Devil's Garden. But August 12th, things would take a turn.
Currently doing 45 miles an hour. Zone through here is 25. Oh! Subject just hit the curb.
Officers called to reports of a disorderly conduct encountered Gabby and Brian in Moab City, Utah.
What's your guys' names? Gabby, Brian? Okay.
Brian tells police Gabby got frustrated because she was trying to start a blog. She had been working on it for hours. He says they got into a fight when he got in the van with dirty feet.
She just got worked up because we were trying to get going and get everything going because we want to go hike arches or something.
Gabby explains to officers she has anxiety and OCD.
Some days I have really bad OCD.
Brian is determined to be the victim and pleads with officers to not press charges.
I'm fine. I don't get it. I hope she doesn't have too many complaints about me.
Police ask the two to separate for the night. They take Brian to a hotel and give Gabby the keys to the van. The next day, Brian posts photos tagged in Arches National Park and then in Moab. A week after the altercation, Gabby posts, but it's unclear where the couple is in terms of location. She also posts her first and only YouTube video for her blog. It appears to chronicle the couple's relationship and travels. On August 25th, Gabby posts her last Instagram post, writing, "Happy Halloween," posing with a pumpkin in front of a mural outside the Monarch, a venue in Ogden, Utah, north of Salt Lake City. And then there's this. Jen Bethune says this video was taken in Teton County on 27th August around 6 p.m. And it shows a van that looks identical to Gabby's, but Police have not confirmed it is hers. 2 days later, on the 29th of August,
my boyfriend and I picked up Brian.
a woman claims to pick up a hitchhiker from Coulter Bay Village, south of Grand Teton.
He approached us asking us for a ride because he needed to go to Jackson, which we were going to Jackson that night.
This happened about 5:30 p.m. After seeing social media
would not have let his
videos,
ass
she
in my
now
car.
identifies that person as Brian.
I'm hoping this can help someone identify him.
On August 30th, Gabby's mother receives a text from her daughter, but believes she didn't send it.
I just believe she's in danger because she's not in touch with us. And she could be alone somewhere. She could be stranded somewhere in the wilderness. And she needs help.
2 days and more than 2,300 miles later, on September 1st, police say Brian arrives in Northport, Florida, with the van, but without Gabby. She's reported missing by her parents on Long Island on September 11th. That same day, the van is processed for evidence at the home the two shared with Brian's parents. Brian does not talk to the police or to the FBI. Then on September 15th, Brian is named a person of interest in the case. The police chief of Northport pleading with the Laundrie family to speak to them. At the time, they do not realize it, but Brian is not at home. The next day,
2 people went on a trip, 1 person returned, and that person that returned isn't providing us any information.
police and Gabby's family begging for the Laundrie family to speak up.
We beg you to tell us, as a parent, how could you let us go through this pain?
The Petito family even pens a heartfelt letter to Brian's parents.
As a parent, how could you put Gabby's younger brothers and sisters through this?
That evening, Brian's sister speaking exclusively with Good Morning America.
Obviously, me and my family want Gabby to be found safe. She's like a sister, and my children love her. And all I want is for her to come home safe and sound, and this to be just a big misunderstanding.
Then, on Friday, September 17th, the Laundries call police to report Brian is missing. They claim they last saw him Tuesday the 14th. He said he was going to the county park. The family attorney says they searched for him there on Wednesday, then drove his Ford Mustang back to their home on Thursday morning. However, eyewitness news has confirmed Laundrie's car was back in the driveway on Wednesday. On Saturday, there were dual searches for 2 missing persons. Authorities scoured the massive 25,000-acre county park known as the Carlton Reserve, north of the Laundrie family home in Florida, to no avail. All weekend, across the country, the FBI, the National Park Service, and local law enforcement agencies searched the mountainous terrain of Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming, searching for clues about what may have happened to Gabby.
Wow. This is really sad.
Then, on Sunday, the heartbreaking news.
Full forensic identification has not been completed to confirm 100% that we found Gabby, but her family has been notified of this discovery.
Authorities say law enforcement agents have found a body, and they believe it's Gabby.
Damn. This nigga was her fucking fiance. You can't trust nobody, bro. Fuck him. This is just sick, and I hope they throw this nigga under the jail. But honestly, I would not be surprised if he panicked and he's overwhelmed with guilt and he, kills himself and they find him dead somewhere. This is a really sad story. It's really unfortunate, but it just goes to show you can't trust people. Don't put too much trust in people because you never know. You just never know. R.I.P. to her, though. I also saw something on my homepage. People were like, oh, it's so much outrage for Gabby, but what about Jalen or Jayla or something like that? I don't even know what story they're referring to, but apparently there's a black girl that's gone missing. I don't look for these stories, by the way. I don't watch the news. I don't look for sad situations because it's tragedy everywhere in the world, and I like to keep my peace. So I didn't look for this at all. People were just asking me to react to it, and I definitely saw this a few times on my homepage, and I briefly glanced at it. But I didn't see anything about no black girl going missing, which is very fucking telling if that's the case. Don't know much about that, but if you have any information, please do share. But yeah, really sad story. Y'all let me know what y'all thought, though, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!